I'm a remote viewer and I have all my psychic skills honed in order to be able to deliver my mission. At this time in written human history, most of us need to feel like we're doing something, like we were born for a reason. We need to figure it out and then do it, whatever that do it means. I left my business after running it for 29 years. It still is running today. I built really strong foundations. I make a lot of mistakes. I don't do enough homework, but I build things with really strong foundations. Patterns. We all have patterns. And after 29 years, I decided I wanted to use my skills. It's something that would help other people, people that could not be helped by the medical profession or by regular professionals. And I ended up taking care of a lot of sick kids. I learned so much. Oh my God, I learned so much. So through the years, I've honed my skills and I have applied it to corporate work, executive coaching, people that are sick, people that are not happy, people that don't know what the heck is going on with them. Um, and it's been an adventure, exciting and particularly fulfilling. I don't feel I need to go anyplace else to feel fulfilled. I'm getting my fulfillment here. Obviously, we need a balanced life and to do other things. So ultimately, what I'm doing now is every weekday, and this is a weekend, when I can on the weekend at 7 at night, Eastern Standard Time, we get together and we do the mantra for world peace. You cannot have war if you don't have hate. Uh, and you can't have war if you don't have fear. So clearing those two foundational things, there can be no war. It's very neat when you do mantras because when you do it for other people, in this case, we're doing it for the world, you're actually also purifying yourself. So if you have enemies that hate you and that you hate because they hate you if they've been bad, but you're really doing this for world peace, you are clearing the energies that bring you and your enemy together. Law of attraction. So it's real important to clear this, whether or not you're worried about a third world war or a fist fight in the US Senate. You need to clear those two energies, and in clearing them for others, you clear it for yourself. Sorry about the dark background. I'm in a hotel. We had a lot of unfortunate incidents last night. We got a US Senator involved. Today doesn't seem to be much different, but maybe they haven't had time to do what they need to do so that there will not be an international scandal having to do with what it is that's going on. That is, of course, much bigger than me. You all know about a lot of it up here on X and Twitter, etc. So we're going to start by asking you to self-assess yourself. Where are you? And now see, I start with this. No, I don't do drugs, but there is a channel here that if you're going to do something important, the spirits start to beat up on you there. And in my case, what ends up happening is all of a sudden my nose starts to bother me. When you do cocaine, apparently you also break here, but I suspect it's because those are the spirits that come in at that same level. I know they were saying that Zelensky, the guy from Ukraine, that maybe he was doing cocaine because his face was kind of weird and he was all of this. It's possible that it was simply a lot of spirits beating on him. I mean, he could be doing cocaine. I don't have an opinion on that. But I can tell you that in my case, I know that when I start to do this, something important is happening. So let's pay attention. We're going to ask you to self-assess yourself. Now, this event is in English, but a lot of my followers only speak Spanish. So they will be putting up on the chat the exact same mantra in Spanish. So assess yourself from 1 to 10. 1, you feel horrible, you want to slit your wrist, you can't take it anymore. 10, you feel great. Where are you at now? And at the end, you're going to self-assess again. Then we go to the very famous dress, the gold dress. What color do you see it? What tones do you see it? Gold and white? Then your frequency is okay. If you see it blue and black, you have a very low frequency, which means that everything that you touch will have that frequency, and what gets drawn to you is going to have that lower frequency. You can change that frequency in the space of this session. And a lot of my followers have started and they saw the dress blue and black for months, whatever, and now they see it gold and white. And they attribute it to the mantra and to the purifications of all the traumas, etc., which is we also recommend. It's not just mantras. Even though mantras could eventually clear everything, you might as well do both things so that you can be time efficient and get more quickly to where you want to go, which is to be unblocked in your intentions, whatever they happen to be. The intention of these sessions is for world peace, and it all starts inside of us, and it doesn't really matter because when you do the mantra, you're going to be clearing it all. You're going to be clearing the outside plus the inside. So we are going to use the same music that we use for that study that we will show you at the end. Mantras are repeated in silent. You release your breath through your mouth. Hopefully your feet are on the floor. You're sitting straight. Don't cross any arms or any legs. We have an electrical system that's built parallel to our physical body. When you cross arms and legs, you're crossing electrical systems. It's not incredibly significant, but wouldn't it be nice if you simply do not cross it? I don't know why somebody is saying red code, but I can tell you there's a lot going on politically because we're getting some weird things. So red code, do you want to give a more direct message so that everybody can understand it? Or are you telling me that we're into code red, which I kind of already know because of everything that's happening around me and what happened last night? I have no idea. So you might want to be either don't post anything or give more information, because if there is one thing that I am, it's really open. Don't say anything here unless you want us to go after you for more information. Don't titillate us with a statement, and don't try to throw me a coding from my programming from mind control, because you may be sorry that you do. Okay? Don't do it. Come on. Give us a space. The world peace will be good for you also. So we're going to start now. I suggest that you do this hand position, which is called the Apana Mudra, 2 middle fingers with the thumb. No, it's not satanic. It's thousands of years old, and there are literally dozens of these hand positions, which what they do is they are connecting your fingers, which each finger has an electrical system. They're connecting them, and they connect to different parts of your body. This mudra, called the Apana Mudra, stimulates the lower 3 chakras. Those are the chakras most connected with your physical life. But check yourself out and then put your hands in this position, and you'll see that you're seated more firmly on the chair or the sofa, wherever. Your breathing changes. What a miracle. In 2 seconds flat. The miracle of mudras, the miracle of working in the other dimensions where change is more easy to achieve, where fixing something is more easy to achieve. Because everything that happens in the physical dimension, the creation and the fixing and the destruction, always happens first in the other dimensions. So the more you become operational in the other dimensions, the more effective you will be in your life on the physical dimension. That is why there is so much secrecy about all of this stuff. Some people don't want you to have that information. They want you to be stumbling around in the dark on the physical dimension, and they're on the other dimensions manipulating or simply holding the information so you don't have it. Let's have that stop. But to do that, the nice people have to stop accusing people of doing mudras of doing something satanic. And when you see a swastika, news alert, the swastika is 6,000 years old. The Nazis were around, 60, 80 years ago? It's not Nazism. It's a symbol that has to do with the movement of 2 particular energy centers in the human system. So those of you that don't know about the other dimensions, stop thinking it's a conspiracy every time you see something from the other dimensions that you don't quite understand. Look it up, find out. But don't look up conspiracy, look up Tibetan, Hinduism, indigenous, look up the old meaning. Now, can symbols be weaponized? Well, apparently the Nazis knew how to weaponize. Apparently, I don't know, because I never remember what direction it rotates in. They weaponized the swastika. But it's not a Nazi symbol. The Nazis used the symbol. The pyramid with the eye in the middle, you should wish that you looked like that, because that pyramid represents the three lower chakras, the ones that get aligned when you do the apana mudra, apana or aprana, aprana mudra, they align. And if you can get your third eye, that eye, in the top of that, which is where it's shown on the dollar bill, you're talking about having wisdom and an incredible reach having to do with the ability to see in that the chakra that's at the point of that pyramid. You want that, because if you have wisdom in your solar plexus, which is called the garbage can of emotions, the world would be a much better place. But you see that, and there's all sorts of accusations. You're accusing because you don't have the information. Stop accusing, figure it out. We'll try to help you here. But just because you don't understand it, you didn't learn it in school, doesn't mean it's bad. What it actually means is you've been controlled in terms of information. And the Buddha said something wonderful. He said that human misery was due to ignorance. Ignorance is a lack of information. Okay? And the important information is in the other dimensions. But let me stop with all of that preaching, okay? Let's go ahead and start. Did I put the mantra up? No, I didn't. So we should probably give you the mantra. Give me a second and I will get it up. Okay. And I will put the music up. We're going to do 30 minutes. Every once in a while, I'll put the dress up for you to be able to see it. And you can put your comments on the side. The guy with the code red already said goodbye. But I do think we are in code red in this country. I think certainly with what we saw last night, I'm in code red, or the people around me, or the people that would really like for me to be quiet or disappear are in code red. So maybe he's telling me I talked too much last night. I'm sure a lot of people thought I did, but it's actually been the only way to keep myself safe. So why don't all the bad guys just simply stay away? Then I don't need to talk about you. How's that? Okay. So let's go ahead and start. The mantras are repeated in the head. You release your breath through your mouth and you relax. Apana mudra. Okay. And the back of your hands, if you put them on top of your thighs, see how my breath changed? It really stabilizes your whole energy system. And you are energy that produces a physical body. So to be stable in the other dimensions is to have tremendous stability. This mantra, this video is a Fox Sensory video. It was composed by Mateo Cuaron, whose family and he are very famous for producing incredible things in television and in music. They're from Mexico. You may recognize the last name. We commissioned it. It has birds that are with the trilling frequency. You'll hear it. That frequency is the frequency of the human mind strings. The strings of the mind are the ones that knot up and that create war and create unhappiness and create disease. You have cancer, you have thousands of these mind strings, which I'll show you later, that are doing this to a part of your body. And inside of that, there's a lot of information. We can get those strings to release. You can't continue with the disease that those strings help to create. Trilling is the frequency of the mind streams. That's why it's so relaxing. Okay, 30 minutes together. Okay, how do you feel about the dress? What color is it? Is it more gold, more white? From 1 to 10, where are you at? And if you had any interesting experiences, you're welcome to share them in the chat. We would love to hear them. Let me put the dress back up again. I see it much more full of light. Wow. How are you after 30 minutes? You went up to a 9, Joan. Where were you before? When you do these mantras, they change your frequency. They purify and they augment your frequency, which augments your ability to create a better reality. In everything, not just in whatever it is that you were doing the mantra for. Ah, Selena sees a little bit of pink. I used to see it with an overlay of pink or lavender, and I don't see that anymore, but I'm very stressed, so that would probably be the reason why I don't have that. You feel great. Great. My logo years ago, and it still does it today, if you look at my logo, if your frequency is really high, you could see gold around it or gold in particular places. Let me turn off the music, sorry. And then if your frequency is low, Selena went from a 6 to a 9. That's 30% improvement. So her frequency is 30% more positive, which means she will be able to create 30% more positive creations, whether it's a conversation or a project or whatever. Anyway, my logo, I remember years ago, I started to see gold around it. And I know when my frequency is not good, when I'm irritated or I'm depressed or I'm negative, because I cannot see it. And I remember one day, a friend of mine, I said, look at my logo, when I first noticed that. And I said, what do you see? He said, no, blue and white. I said, you don't see any gold? I could see the gold. He couldn't. I said, okay, do the hate mantra. So he did, even though I hate, I love and accept myself, which is like a vacuum cleaner purification mantra. And then, I don't know, 25 times, which is like really quick. And then I showed it to him again, and he went, oh my God, there's gold around it. How's that? Wait a second. Is that the same picture? Yeah, it's the same picture. So what you get in life is a match to your frequency. That's why the law of attraction is so important. But you could raise your frequency. So Inez went from a 3 to a 9 with 60% in 30 minutes. And as you do it repetitively, you can hold on to your gains. Now, if you have a panic attack or if you have a rage attack, which I used to have a lot of, your frequency will go back down, but it'll bounce back up a lot quicker. So let me very quickly go over and if you've seen this before, it's not a problem. I'm going to show you an experiment we did with this same mantra, this same video, a person in under 7 minutes. When she started, she looked like this. Her mind strings, she had a lot of black mind strings. She was very depressed. She wasn't doing anything. I just sketched her as she was. Then I asked her to do the vacuum cleaner mantra for depression. Even though I'm depressed, I love and accept myself. Look, the mind streams went from here to here. A lot better. Then I asked her to do the peace mantra, what we just did. Look how incredible. She got a lot of chi, which is, I think, the God particle, and it's a unit of perfect balance of air, fire, water, and earth. The building blocks of planet Earth. And her heart chakra in the center in green starts to expand. Just with the mantra, no sensory therapy, no video. Then she put on the video plus the mantra, the peace mantra. She got a line around the canopy of mind streams, which is not allowing the spirit, that's the upper right, to come in, to invade her. Her throat chakra starts to release mind streams that were wrapped around her throat, which is what we do when we need to shut up, not talk, or we're afraid to cry, or we're afraid to say something. They started to release. And the most important thing that I found is that she gets the energy of earth is coming up from earth into her system, which is extremely stabilizing and is very important for prosperity. This is 7 minutes of the same mantra we just did, plus the same video with the trilling. Now, it's actually less than 7 minutes because before, when I started, there was no mantra, no video. Then she did the depression video, the depression mantra, no video. And then the third, she did the mantra, no video. And in the fourth, so she didn't do 7 minutes of what we did, because we did the mantra plus the video. What is the video for? It's for your environment. And what I'm being told is that if your environment is clear, your intentions are supported and protected. If you are in a toxic environment with a lot of hate and anger, frustration, which is how we're all living today, it's much harder to achieve your intentions. Your intentions are not being supported. So I was thoughtful about what I told you in the beginning about that triangle on our dollar with the eye at the top that everybody is so suspicious of. We human beings have a lot of energy bodies. We have our astral spirit body. We all know that. And then we have an etheric body, which is the electric, which we have not been allowed to know. But we have a body, and I'm going to show it to you. What did I just do? Okay, I want to show you this body, which you're going to go, yeah, sure, lady. Here we go. Oh, you can't see it. I'm sorry. Anyway, we have a body, an energy body. They're also called vehicles. They're also called containers of our consciousness. This one is in the shape of the Star of David, which is a symbol of thousands years old of centeredness. The triangle that points, it's two triangles sitting on top of each other, one with the point up and one with the point down. But the triangle with the point that goes up, which is what I said at the beginning, when you have that eye there on the dollar bill, but you look at it in that vehicle, which is called the Merkaba, and it's talked a lot about in Judaism, and it's a concept, and now we know that we have that as a body for thousands of years. When that eye is there, basically, I need to sketch it the next time we get together. No, it's going to be several days because I have to get a graphic artist to do it. No, I can get up now and get paper and pencil and show you, because this is just so important. Hold on. Okay, so we're so suspicious. Why did they put this on our dollar bill? What are they trying to do to us? Well, you know what? They're trying to do something really good. Okay. So this is the Merkaba, which is a vehicle that we all have for galactic travel. Okay, it has consciousness. So when you get the dollar bill, you're getting this, and this represents this triangle with the point represents the three lower energy centers that all humans have. They're called chakras. You don't need to know about them. And then they put the eye here. Okay? In other words, at the top of the three energy centers. What does that mean? That eye is where superpowers are. That's your third eye. That's where wisdom is, knowledge. That's where your memory of everything past, present, and future is. To have the eye there, it's wisdom. To have that eye there on the dollar bill is having wisdom controlling your money. And we are accusing the people that put it there of some kind of conspiracy. The conspiracy is for not everybody to have this very powerful knowledge. Yes, that is a conspiracy. And to want to share it and put it on the dollar bill without letting people know what, maybe they didn't know what it meant. They just knew that it was important and powerful. I don't know. All I know is that we really have to stop accusing people who have this knowledge of trying to control us, which they can very easily. We need to find out what is it, what is the meaning, and how can we use it to make our lives better, which is the reason why I intended to be born into the god awful mind control program, to acquire all of this knowledge, to later share it, to use it and share it for people so that they can make their lives better. But we can't throw the baby out with the bathwater. You don't know what the symbols mean? Find out. And don't start with the whole conspiracy thing, because those symbols have been around forever. Okay? So we may or may not be here tomorrow. Hopefully, I'll have a better camera and I'll be more comfortable. Okay? And thank you for joining us. Bye.